Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Wormhole Extremists. I'm with Yvie
Hello.
and Nicole.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. Very excited for these
Yeah.
two fantastic episodes back to back.
Nicole, you suddenly went really pixelated. You are, I don't know what's happened, but
Oh, did I?
yeah, it
My
sounds,
my internet is sucking at the moment.
uh-oh.
Don't ask me what's going on. Hopefully it will be a good
Someone's
little
downloading
internet for the
something at
rest
the
of the
house
night.
there. So
Yep.
No, I've had to reset it twice, so
I've
fingers
never seen it
crossed
so
that we're
bad. Look
okay.
at her, Yvie. Look at how bad that is right
Got it
now.
bad.
You look like
Oh
a
my
comic.
God. Oh my God, really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you look like a cartoon.
yeah, it's
Oh my goodness.
it's quite an interesting image there. We have so a couple of great episodes for you this week: Enigma and Solitudes, both episodes that have major consequences going forward for the franchise. One of which actually introduced another series. So,
That's right.
Yvie, Adam has done it again. So your husband
Yes.
has done some amazing work here, creating some AI art based on these episodes. Let's show.
Mhm.
I didn't actually share it with you guys. Dang it! I'm so sorry. But if you have the
That's
show
okay.
up, Enigma, we've got what look like the Tolan. Making sure that everyone is evacuated as Sarita and their volcanic planet absolutely go straight to hell. So it's a really cool shot that he made.
It is.
Um,
I actually have seen this one. I haven't seen the one for Solitudes.
oh, you haven't. So you wanna
No.
pull up the stream on another video?
Oh my goodness, I can see
How
it.
incredible is that? He put in the Stargate
Oh my
and
God.
he in-painted the
That's
chevrons.
so cool. He did a
And
great
that
job.
Stargate, it's from your
The
prompt, David.
effort.
From the
Really?
stream that we did. It's from the golfing
Wow.
prompt. He literally cut that Stargate out and planted it in this one.
Wow.
How cool is that?
He did a great job. And
He did.
then we have Solitudes, which I think is one of the coolest things that he's ever done. It's just this is at the end when they get rescued. That's what those figures are in the background. But this guy, he's really captured the spirit of the show.
I'm so excited.
And it's like this is
Oh,
Wow.
yep.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, right? Evie, this is like some fan fiction
that's
level
incredible.
um cuddling
I'm excited on several
on the
levels
glacier.
right now.
Yep.
I'm also excited on several levels right now. This is nice.
Yep. He's done great.
Wow.
Wow.
So we're going to watch
Yeah.
Enigma and Solitudes together, everyone. As soon as I can get my act together on all of this this content. So get this out of the way here. Okay. I am. You guys ready to watch the episode and get into some of the fun details?
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
am hyped.
I'm not gonna belabor it because we've gone over with Barry Campbell. So I'm gonna if I can see if I can get
Let's
this
jump to it.
this system's reset here. There it goes. Okay. All right, guys. Looking forward to watching this one with you because this is definitely one of my favorites. It introduces the Tolan, and we'll get into
Agreed.
it. So, all right, y'all set?
Ready to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am ready. Let's go.
Hope you're all ready out there to watch Enigma with us. In 5, 4, 3. Welcome to another episode of Wormhole Extremists. My name is David Reed. I'm with Nicole Rodriguez Galdo
Hello.
and Yvie Cahill.
Greetings.
Welcome to a important episode in the series. Introduces an important ally, our first our first technologically advanced ally. And what a shot.
Yeah.
This whole
I
sequence is
know.
so cool.
It's really,
Honestly,
really incredible.
you know, even now,
Just looks like
all this time
Pompeii.
later, it looks great. Yeah, it looks great.
It really does. So, this was written by Catherine Powers.
Yes.
So this is her third episode, but she was involved in a few teleplays with another 2 episodes, and directed by William Garrity. It's his second and final episode for this season. He also directed Broker Divide.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So this is obviously, first mention of the NID, first appearance of the Tolans, which is their first of 4, I believe.
That sounds about right.
It's also the first appearance of and use of the UAV, the unmanned aerial vehicle.
Very good.
Yeah. And
Look at
obviously
you.
first episode with Tom Macbeth, one of my favorite guest stars,
Mayborn
as Harry Mayborn.
This is a very key one.
His first of 11, which is really cool. And obviously first appearance by Garwin Sanford as Nareem. And he's one of my favorite guest stars as well. So pretty excited to see both of my 2 favorite guest stars appear in the same episode.
I just love the way that this show can just start in such chaos sometimes and get you excited for what's going on, because it's like, what a crazy start to an episode. And it's like, you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going on. And it's just so exciting.
Nareem sees an angel.
Yeah.
What do they use for the ash?
That's a great question. I have no idea what they use for the ash. I'm going to have to find out.
Didn't back in the day they used to use like asbestos? Like,
isn't that for like the Wizard of Oz? They had that?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
So, yeah.
Jeez. And of course, we have, oh, come on, brain, don't fail me now. Omak. I want to say Malak. I'm like, no, Malak.
Tobin Bell?
Yes,
Tobin Bell, who is sending out the first warning. Do not help us. Leave us alone.
Yeah. I didn't realize that he's like he's in the first 8 Saw films as like the central character.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you not know that?
I have never watched Saw. I don't like torture porn.
No, well, I'm not like hugely into it, but like I've seen some of them, and I also play a game that's like a horror game where you play as one of the Saw killers in one of the films, and then you have to like kill your friends.
Wait, he's in 8 Saw films?
8 Saw films as the central character.
I didn't even know there were 8.
There's more than 8.
It's like Final Destination. They just won't stop. When they find a decent horror thriller kind of story, they just milk it till the end of time.
I guess so. Yeah, I can see kind of his personality.
He's got a vibe.
He's the villain, but to be honest, you kind of get why he's doing the things. He's just a bit too vengeful.
Well, that's what makes an interesting villain. So
there's apparently an unconscious Tolan who grabs his hat before it falls to the floor.
That's quite funny.
I think it's this guy here. It's the last one.
Oh yeah.
His hat kind of came out to grab it.
It's like, you know what? Let's hang on to this. That's clever.
Dan Ben says there are 9 Saw films. My goodness.
Wow. Okay then. Yep. Very good.
That's 9 films I'd be actively avoiding.
And let's make it clear here. They have next to no ash on them. Come on, guys.
Oh yeah. Why do they look so clean? I never realized that before.
The Stargate scrubs you.
Hmm.
No, it doesn't. Look at the glass. Oh,
well, I didn't know. Obviously, I didn't think of that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's no, it doesn't. It's just a production thing. So.
I was to the fact that they weren't covered in ash. It's very oof.
Daniel had his glasses hanging on his shirt collar, and I thought for a second there, it was the glasses that you can kind of play hide and seek with in the show. So we'll see him later on.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about that for O'Neill's desk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the multicolored frames. Yep.
First civilization that we've had that is more advanced than us have encounters with.
Yeah.
So.
Shame they're so difficult, but very good reasons. So.
And this is a great question. How can they be ahead of us if they came from us? And then we talk about the Dark Ages.
Oh, the Dark Ages conversation. Oh.
Yeah.
Got so much beef about the Dark Ages.
Okay. Humans are going to human.
I know, it's so damn frustrating.
So I was on Reddit yesterday doing some research, and someone seems to think that this particular scene coming up with Mark looks like it was filmed separately, and he's not actually in the same room as these people, but I don't know how you would tell exactly.
Let's have a look. So it looks like it's done separately, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
This shot?
Is it someone suspicious that it is, or is it confirmation that it is?
No, he was just suspicious that it was. It sounded like he was a bit of a film nut.
Okay.
And he seemed to think that it looks like it was filmed separately, but I don't think I have an eye.
I was
going to
say it doesn't make sense logically and with money wise to do that.
I mean, the light to his left, it has changed intensity a little bit, but I mean, they could have shifted some stuff around. Obviously, every shot is lit its own way.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. I call shenanigans. So.
Shenanigans.
It would be. I mean, why would they film this?
I don't know. Availability.
I suppose, but he was laying right there in the other shot, so it's not like they've gone to Tobin and say, "Hey, Tobin, that performance really sucked. Let's do it all over again."
Yeah, doubtful. Yeah. I was going to say as well. So Garwin Sanford had actually previously worked with IDA and Don Esteves on MacGyver.
Correct.
And he'd also worked with Christopher Judge. And he was actually really good friends with Don Esteves. And he even lived with him for a little while when he first moved to the US from Canada.
Yeah.
I was actually blown away by the fact that he was almost a commercial pilot. If he didn't study acting, he would have been a pilot.
He is a pilot.
I love that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like he would have been like a commercial pilot.
Correct. Yeah. Garwin is a jack of all trades. He built his own house.
He's an incredible guy.
He's an incredible guy. One of my favorite.
Can we just go back a few seconds to the fact that Omar just said he's like you're Jafar, it's he knows. It's really cool that like not many people they bump into like recognize him and kind of look down on them with like disdain. Most people just fear him, and this guy's like, ugh.
Well, it's a part of it's a big part of the problem of trusting us when people see us for the first time, because we're with a Goa'uld sympathizer, and it's like no, this one isn't. So this we always have to make that clear.
Oh, there's Garwin.
There he is.
And the crush begins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Already begun. The crush continues.
The crush continues. So apparently Garwin didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this role.
No, he flew back from Africa.
There was only like a few days between being offered the role and actually like commencing the filming. And I think he had something like half a day to prep. So he didn't really have a lot of time to decide how he wanted to play the character. He just sort of went with his gut instincts. But because the character didn't speak, because the character didn't speak with any contractions, Garwin sort of decided to play him quite formal and regimented, with like integrity and honor. But I think it's a very good performance.
If Garwin's performance doesn't sell, the Tolan wouldn't have come back,
Exactly.
I mean, that's all there is to it, and he does. He makes it work.
I was listening to another podcast on this episode, and they kept on saying how he was really boring, and I was like, that just cuts me to my core. He's not boring.
He's a milquetoast. He's pretty straightforward. I mean, even Garwin admits that Nareem's a milquetoast. So I mean,
what the hell does that mean? Sorry, what are you saying?
You're the British one of us, and you don't know what a milquetoast is?
No.
Okay, it's basically a nice way to say boring. So
okay, I've learned a new word.
Because like milk is boring and toast is boring, so that makes sense.
But he's very
milk and toast is delicious.
That's not really completely fair. His personality,
Nareem is delicious.
In terms of like how he like interacts with people, he's very, very even keeled and very soft. He's not dynamic and flashy,
No.
So that's
nice because you kind of just get him.
Yeah,
correct, exactly.
He's not
right.
showing off. He's just nice, and sometimes you need that in a man or a person.
So Garwin, I think Garwin also said that the reserved nature of the Tolan people gave him a lot more room for expression, especially when he starts to warm up with Sam, and as we see when he sees birds for the first time.
Right. Yeah. They can express themselves, but they're very guarded against humans because they don't trust us. I mean, look at what just happened with Sarita. They're not going to go for that. And he said that this costume was uncomfortable.
It
doesn't
looks
look
uncomfortable. Yeah.
I like how calm he is and how like simple he is with stuff, but he's trying to be charming and sweet. And it's like, it's almost a bit awkward, but it's also really nice. And it's like, how cute. I approve.
The Shamal.
The Shermal appears at the moment of death.
This is the angel. Yes.
Yeah. Some of us do.
I do like this. Yeah.
There's not a lot of times we see the exterior of Cheyenne Mountain.
No.
Pretty clearly Vancouver.
We see that
You got some
hatch a
higher
few
hills.
times with some
Yes,
trees around
correct.
it, and then that's it.
19
pretty much.
A matter of time. It comes into play.
Yes, a matter of
Again in
time,
Foothold, and again
Yes.
in
Right.
Proving Ground when
Yeah.
Jack has to break back
Exactly.
in.
Yep.
Good days. I'm excited.
That makes you wonder if there's some kind of a hatchet at the actual Cheyenne Mountain.
Mm.
Hello, bald
I'll
eagle.
have to go look for it.
Look, it's a flying animal.
He's so cute. I used to have a bit of beef with Nareem when I was younger because I was kind of like, "Oh, get out of the way! You're ruining my ship. Like, I want Sam and Jack to get together. Stop it."
Oh, you were that
Oh,
hardcore.
this is so early.
Well, I
though.
wasn't like hardcore, but I was kind of like, just get out of the way. You're ruining it. But then as I got older, I was like, no, you know what? I need to respect the fact that relationships and dynamics happen and people, can have feelings for each other and it not work out, So,
That's correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, would he be the first of her, quote unquote boyfriends that dies? Because I know there's like this whole fan theory that
No,
she's
Jonas
a
died.
Black Widow. Yes, Jonas was. So he'd
Jonas
be the
is
second,
technically the
maybe.
first death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then-
Nareem dies after Martouche
That's
does.
correct.
So he's the third.
True.
And so yeah,
I believe.
And then Joseph
I meant-
Faxon. I'm not sure
Oh,
what
wait,
sequence
hold
he
on.
dies in.
Orlan died at the beginning of season 5, but he ascended again. So does that count?
Oh, yeah,
It's-
good point.
It's a death. I mean, season 5 was really bad for
Good
Sam
point.
Nareem's
dies.
the fifth
so-
that dies.
It
There
was
we
a bad
go.
season. Oh God.
And then there was 5th. Oh man,
That's
does
true,
5th
too.
count? Oh,
There's
so many.
There's literally so many.
Yeah. Well, Replicator kills 5th, so
Yeah,
what a cool
man, I really
shot.
like 5th. That is a cool shot. Oh, look at him. He's so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be excited.
And later on, this is all retcon because it only takes a fraction of a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And this is Hawaii.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did they get that?
I was
footage
gonna
from?
say,
it's
yeah.
Hawaii.
I don't know
Okay.
if it's Hawaii, but I mean, it's
It
clearly
looked like real footage from Earth.
of course,
somewhere, so.
yeah. Well, just like the bald eagle, it's stock footage. So
Jed Ted said Pete's alive. Yeah, the one survivor.
As far as we
Pete's-
know.
yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, yeah, Orlin did live it, but yeah.
Hey, she married McKay in another reality, and he didn't die. So
That's
hooray!
That's true.
It's also not
That's
our
true.
Sam, so.
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
Geek Fet Web, so is Sam cursed? So, okay, so this is a running gag. So when the show was airing,
Yeah.
she was called the Black Widow.
Black Widow.
And the temporary title for Chimera in season 7 was Black Widow Carter. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
She's breaking the curse in that episode. So I feel like the relationships in the show, like, their personal romantic relationships are often, they have to be kind of sidelined for the main plot.
Well, they
so
have
none
to
of them
be.
really get, none of them really
It
get
is-
their happy, good relationships. There's not much
No.
point in delving into them too hard.
And then it's only sort of something that happens very subtly in the background. Obviously, it's a sci-fi
Yeah.
show, so it's not going to be focused entirely on the romance.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
We don't have ships.
Oh dear. I love when they have to say this to people.
Our space program is very new. That's
Yeah,
great.
let's not talk about how new it is.
But we may be able to contact some friends if they didn't bury their gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Tuplo's in this episode as well. That
I was going to
is,
say,
yes.
yeah, Jared Plunkett returns as Tuplo for
They're
his second
welcome
episode.
in the land of the light.
And also Frida comes back as Lyra.
Frida does come
At
back
the
as
end,
light.
yeah.
This is probably
This
the
is a fun one.
biggest episode in terms of taking advantage of previous stories and really
Yeah.
laying them together.
Well, when
Well,
the
the la-
show respects previous episodes like that, I get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the last time we saw Gerard was in Fire and Water as Nem.
Yep.
That's correct.
Yeah. What fate Amaruka?
Okay.
Now it's like What Fate Tollins.
Right, exactly. Huh. Well, not fate with Land of Lights, let me tell you.
It's really funny how like Daniel and Sam are really trying to prove themselves to the Tolans, and the Tolans are just like big sus. They're like, nah, sorry.
They're not
But
interested.
I like,
They have every reason at this point.
They're just very
I like that.
skeptical of other planets.
I like the fact that they are skeptical, because it's kind of like, because when we start watching Stargate, it's always like of course people would be willing to share. Like I never really considered when I was watching as a kid that no one would want to share with them. And then I was like, oh yeah, we do kind of have a habit for self-destruction and stuff like that. Yeah, big oopsie.
If you haven't learned to appreciate the technology by just having it thrust on you, it can create dire consequences.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the cat crate?
Yes, I was going to say
Yes.
Erica actually made the excellent point that it's also Schrodinger's first episode.
That's correct.
Yes. Lockwatch says, wonder if that food was just for the scene or for the crew lunch. Yeah, those grapes looked really nice. I'd love some grapes right now.
So she's given him the books, but I mean, they're going to be in English, obviously. Do the Tolans have a different written language?
I'm sure one of those devices can help him translate. I mean, he's got
Probably.
It all.
Yeah, let's not delve too deeply into the fact that
look at the
everyone speaks
beautiful
English.
ginger chonk. It looks like my ginger chonk, who's literally sitting right next to me.
It does look like Twisty.
He does look like Twisty.
I like that I learned this when I was 5, and I tried to tell like someone in my class about it, and they got so confused. And then I went to secondary school, which is from age 11 till 16, and there was on like boards, display boards in my science classes, there was Schrodinger cat stuff all over it, and I was like, oh, I already knew that. I'm so smart. Thanks, Stargate.
Equilibrium physics.
I love this. She's met her match.
Yep, absolutely.
Elementary science.
Misconceptions. Oh,
Elementary science. I'm surprised that she's surprised. Of course, there's a chance that they've licked quantum physics. Look at them.
Oh,
so
Mark does not like this. He's like, stop fraternizing with these primitives.
Well,
yeah,
their planet just blew up because of this.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it's like, I don't know of a greater warning other than that. Obviously, we don't know that yet as an audience, you know.
No.
But I mean, the conversations is where that started, which led to technology, which led to explosions, which led to the falling of planets out of skies. So
yes.
Hello, German Shepherd.
I love doggies. We saw a cat, now we get the dogs.
Yeah.
Though they're slightly more aggressive. Yeah, they probably didn't need to come after them with weapons.
Yeah, chill out, guys. God, these dogs are very aggro. Someone give it a bone. Give them a little cuddle.
So I don't know if I've missed it already or if it's coming up, but Nareem at some stage mentions that it'll take a lifetime for a Tolan ship to reach Earth. So that kind of suggests that they don't have intergalactic hyperdrive technology, which is interesting if they're so advanced. But then on the same hand, I guess, like, are they capable of creating it but have chosen not to because they're sort of like...
That's what I'm wondering.
Make a freaking Stargate. I think if they put their mind to it, they could probably come up with it. I mean, he says that in this episode because in this episode, the scale of the galaxy and what our allies have and don't have is still really being figured out. So
yeah, I feel like maybe that was like a misstep in dialogue they chose for this episode.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that was refined later on. Hello, Tuplo.
I would love to take a holiday in the Land of Light. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
Well, now that they've, now that they've they no longer have that disease running amok.
Yeah. The Hilksha, as they say.
That's right.
The curse, yeah.
Fertility abounds.
Put that in the next trivia test, David. I might remember it.
So the Tolans pass, but Ryak doesn't. So
Mm.
he'll eventually go with Drayok.
I do feel really bad for these guys because they've come all this way just to be nice
Correct.
to them.
Yeah,
How
I don't think they
embarrassing.
understand. They just don't
Yeah.
understand. Like, Tupelo just doesn't understand like why he's being rejected. Yeah, he could have been a little bit nicer about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
The way he's describing this, the only thing I can feel like, you know, as a comparison is if someone told me, oh yeah, you've got to go live in some hut somewhere with no Wi-Fi, no plugs to plug in your technology. And I'd be like, this is too primitive for me.
Yep.
I require Wi-Fi and That is the only comparative thing I can find.
I'm sorry, yo, but I need an electrical socket.
Yeah, I need something. How am I supposed to stream? How am I supposed to watch TV? Like, come on.
Yeah, you need like a food delivery service. It's just not going to happen on the Land of Light.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine like being forced to move to a more primitive setting after like having a life of a lot of technology. So like for these guys, they would obviously not want to move to such a primitive world.
Mm-hmm. Ray Wood, they judged us by their standards, and so did the Nox. We don't have their science or abilities, but they blame us for having to fight the Goa'uld.
It's a bit rude.
We go out there and we stir the pot a lot in the galaxy. That's for sure.
Yeah, but the pot was already stirred.
That's true.
You know, we didn't open Pandora's box. She was already open.
So here we're getting the explanation as to what happened with Sarita.
Mm.
And we just happened to show up when they were evacuating. There's a lot of just happened in science fiction.
Wow, coincidence. By the way, that is the chillest cat. Like,
yeah, what a good little cat.
I wonder if they gave her something. There you go. Too far to hope for a ship in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Now that they know where they are.
Ooh,
but it is still in the Milky Way galaxy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Milky Way is 110 light years across.
She offered for him to stay a little bit, and now he's like, oh, I'd love nothing more.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be nice, my dude.
I'm talking about Schrodinger, not you.
He's so cute. Nareem, not the cat. I'm not a big cat person. Although the cat's pretty cute. You're in a military facility, my dude. Chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of agree. They didn't really have to go after them with weapons.
No, however, they don't really know them, and they just like broke out of their facility. So
they could be.
You don't know.
I mean, they could be. You know, space commies, or,
human form replicators,
space Nazis. Yeah, I mean, who knows who these people
Space
are?
Nazis.
Yeah,
that's called the Empire. Oh my goodness. I can't even hate him for this. He's just so rude about it.
Yeah. He's definitely not dealing with them delicately.
But they just lost their planet. I mean, I'm going to keep on coming back to that, but it's true.
I know. No, it does make sense.
Yeah, underestimate the significance of that.
You know, humans are really like self-destructive, and we've had a lot of like war and stuff in history. But you know what? They done got that planet dead. And Earth is still going.
That's true.
So,
they don't want it to happen
shut
to
up,
us.
Tolans. Yeah.
So.
But our planet's still going, and we're offering them nice things. So they should just be appreciative that they have
this
something.
technology is so cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, the effect is decent.
Yeah.
It helps that it's on a small monitor screen.
Yes.
On our TV screens. So
that was
smart.
It was
perfect.
smart. It was a smart choice.
Hey, my boo!
Tom
Macbeth enters the scene.
A very nice man.
I know, he is an incredibly kind person. And he didn't think that he had like the commanding presence of a military officer, but I think he really pulls it off.
Yep.
He's so nice and sweet in real life. So seeing Scary Mayborn early on is like, whoa, excuse me, who, what?
I had the same reaction to Ronnie Cox when I met him in person.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Gentlest guy. And I'm like, dude, you were one of the most evil
the
people in
worst.
Yeah,
all the cosmos
ruthless
and all of
people. Yeah.
television and film. But it's just not. That's not who he is. And of course, you would like playing that because that's not who you are. So.
Also,
Mayborn's
Tom
growth
does
is
look
great.
he looks fantastic
Yep.
in his dress blues.
And
Yes, yes.
this is our first connection with the NID. So.
Yep.
It is. Yep. First mention of the NID.
Oh, here we go. Basic human rights.
Oh,
I don't think he has. I don't think he has a choice.
oh, good excuse to keep him here longer. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I'm sure you do.
I love the look on Hammond's face, like that, just like set jaw, and he's just like,
He's like, this is my house.
yeah,
Follow my
exactly.
rules.
Yeah,
Don't come in
exactly.
here, Colonel, barking orders at me.
That was
This
an
good line's
order.
great.
Colonel.
I love that. That's so good. It's so good. Just
I
puts
want
him in
to
his place.
once again thank David here for organising a cheeky little lunch with Tom when we were in Canada. So thank you for that again.
I'm glad
He
you guys
was
enjoyed that.
So
Oh,
fantastic.
it was incredible. Just every now and then I just think back to that day and
Like,
sort of just
whoa.
have to sort of shake my head and laugh and just like, I can't believe it happened.
Tom is one of my favorite
Yeah.
people in the world, and if he was in town up there, I wasn't going to go up without seeing him before leaving. So I
Yeah.
was like, well, let's bring the girls. And
He was one of the people I was most
loved
excited
it.
about seeing.
He loved it. He asked me for the photos afterwards, so he has all the
Oh.
pictures that we took. And yeah,
What a cutie.
yeah. Specializes in chronic paranoia.
Goodness. Oh, shots fired. Calm
It's funny
down.
because like the Nox are they kind of live primitively, but by choice.
Yeah. The Nox are at least like nice about it. They're like the very young do not always do as they're told.
Right,
All these
exactly.
guys are like just primitive. It's like alter your language a little bit. I'm glad we've gotten a positive relationship for Sam in season 1 that's not with another member of SG-1. Like Jonas was not a good example of a male companion for her, and Nareem
Not
is
at all.
lovely. So
Mhm. Gate Gabber said, thanks from me too. That was a beautiful day. Yeah, Linda went with us too.
yes.
Pompous arrogance.
Mayborn is the worst in season 1. I love his
It's
growth.
so
He's so
delicious.
fantastic.
He has
it is.
the
It's
best
delicious.
character arc. He
It's
has
so
the
tasty.
best character arc. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know why he wasn't chosen for like a minor role on MacGyver, because he said that he auditioned like 30 to 40 times and he never got hired.
Never got hired. Yeah.
I'd love for him to bring it up on set on SG-1, being like, "Hey Rick, what happened?"
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it wouldn't have been. Rick,
No, but just like it would be just
Yeah.
good jokes, wouldn't it? Good banter. That's what I would have done if I was in this position. Oh my goodness!
They're still going to be
Look
confined.
at this.
There's no way that these people are going to allow themselves to be taken.
Prison is still prison, you know.
No.
Raywood said King Mayborn the first. Yes,
That's right. Archon the first.
Good to be king.
Yeah.
Good episode.
It's not really it's more of an observation rather than a goof, but apparently when if the US elections were happening on the same schedule as Stargate, like in terms of the years, then Daniel would have been in Abydos during the last presidential election. So how did he vote?
Well, we know that it's
Yeah.
not. We know that the Henry Hayes election occurred in 2003.
Right.
So they're not on the same time scale as us. in
Which is
terms
season
of
7.
federal
Okay.
elections. Yes.
Yeah,
So-
like I said, it's not really a goof, it's just a
Yeah.
observation. Yeah.
I always just assumed like that had been that president's first administration, and then he got a second term. So
Yeah,
can
maybe.
you can be in for 8 years.
That's
So-
true.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, people were, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but like off base on like another like off-world base doing work, and then the presidential election came around, so they had to send their votes back through the gate. That just weird idea to me, because I was in Spain when I had to do a vote in England, so I had to like mail it back, and it's just
okay,
that would just be really funny, because obviously you should keep your vote hidden. So I can imagine just them throwing a big like ballot box through the gate filled with votes to send back.
So there is a goof coming up when Olmark takes Daniel's hand to walk through the wall. Their hands switch between shots.
Well. Oh, woo!
They're called the Knocks. Here we go.
Shout out.
Very young.
More polite than calling us primitive.
Literally, that's what I was saying. Stop saying primitive and call us young. That at least sounds better. Daniel's such a good boy. I love him so much.
I love this because with the Tolans, if they send the signal, if the Knots can correctly interpret that signal, then they kind of pass their test of sophistication. It's like, okay, then we can go with you. If you can interpret this signal, we're good.
I love Daniel's little caveat. He's just like, oh, and I have to go with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's I just love the way that they're all just trying to work to help these people. They barely know, but they're trying to show good faith and be kind. And obviously Daniel's like, the goodest boy in the universe. So
well, he's able to break these rules because he's not part of the military. So
yeah,
it's like a little.
He's not going to get court-martialed.
Exactly.
If Daniel was a dog, he'd be a golden retriever. He's a floofy baby boy, and I love him.
Oh, that's funny. All right.
That should be my next meme. Stargate characters as dogs.
And he yanks him. I love that.
He is unsure and it's like gets thrown through. I love that. I love when they do it with the gate as well.
It's always up in the sky. It's like, what if you have to send the signal through the planet right now? What if it's on the other side of the planet?
Yeah.
You only have half the night sky.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
It's always above.
Let's not think about it too hard.
No, it just takes away the movie magic.
Yep. And don't they leave one of these devices with us? To send it.
I don't remember.
We use it again. Oh, we use it to summon the Tok'ra. We send a signal to the Tok'ra. Yeah.
Jed Ted said
so
Stargate
cool.
K9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of SG-1. Wouldn't it be funny if they had like an all-dog SG team? I'd love that. In some universe
Maybe that could be
there's
an
a dog
upcoming
command.
spin-off.
Yeah. We should make our own Stargate comic featuring all our pets.
Like he's sort of slightly warming to Daniel.
Yeah,
The way he
I love the look on
describes-
his
Yeah.
and the look on
This
his
whole
the look
thing's
on his
interesting.
face where he's sort of like kind of like he's kind of warming.
Yeah.
Isn't he like just describing basically like not wormhole, but what is he
Look
describing?
at
here?
his face,
Like a black
like
hole or
he's like
something?
his
We
face
think
just
of it
sort
as
of lights up
space,
a
but
little
they're doing
bit.
something more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Linda said the Stargate dog team would be Richard Anderson's favorite team. Yes, I agree.
It would be.
That's
It really
true.
would.
Very cool.
Dan Baird said I wasn't sure if Daniel votes because no one in the archaeology community heard from him anymore because he keeps no profile.
That's
I like
true.
that. That's good.
What an unusual operating system.
Hello.
So this device that he has sort of like divided the fandom as to whether Nareem is creepy or romantic.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, there's always a difference, right? If the guy is hot, then it's romantic. If the guy isn't, it's creepy.
Well, it also
Like
depends
how,
on how she's interpreting the advances too.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's true.
I mean, people were saying like with the 50 Shades films, if the guy wasn't so hot, then the woman would not be taking all that money and all those deals. And I was like, that's a good point.
Not
Luckily,
seeing
it.
Naeem is a charming, handsome man, so it's nice. If he was
He's
like
just
an
not able
Unas
to
or a fish
articulate
man,
his
I'd go
feelings
for
with words, so he's using this device. So I don't
This is
see it as
cool.
a big issue.
This is really nice. I like this. If I were like had a crush on someone and I didn't know how to say it, I'd be like, here, and then I'd run away.
But could you also program it for other emotions? You know,
I'm
just
sure.
like, I don't know, it's like, I'm really hungry here.
Oh, how awful! But that's also it's partly you know, an empty stomach. So
Jean Deada Smith said, this is romantic. Having Sam's voice in his house is creepy. Yes, I agree.
That was a little creepy.
Yeah. That's a bit much. Like I've been with my boyfriend for over 6 years now, and if he did that with our house, if he programmed the Alexa to speak like me, I'd be like, nah, mate, nah.
Nicole, shall I prepare a midday meal for you and your guests?
Yeah, no, thank you. Oh,
We also
okay,
have
a
this
bit of a trope.
Yeah, this is.
We have this custom.
Oh, I'm waiting for Daniel to ruin it, and it's really funny.
Yeah, I know.
The way he interrupts is really cute.
And Garwin said that this was the best on-screen kiss that he's ever had in all his
Oh,
years in the business.
Oh, that's
Nice.
great.
Good job, Amanda. Oh.
Typical Daniel.
It's almost like a big brother thing. Hey,
yeah, I feel like Daniel tries to ignore like those kinds of aspects of SG-1. Like it's like he doesn't even realize Sam and Jack have vibes. Like he's never ever acted like he's seen it, like he's blind to it. But Teal'c's always been like, no, I've seen the vibes. I just don't say anything. You know, it's weird. If I had like, you know, a younger sibling, I'd also not want to know what's going on romantically and feel awkward and run away. So Logwatch said, is this Sam's first kiss on Stargate? No, that was in Broker Divide. Let's remember these important things.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, that one,
When she
this
went
one
all
was more
caveman.
mutual, whereas
was
the one in
definitely
Broker
not,
Divide wasn't really mutual.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
It was not a
Solicited?
sensual, yes, solicited,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, this is so. I'm excited.
They've disappeared.
I mean, like poof.
Poof, sir.
I like they try to be all military, but they don't have a word for, you know, walked through the wall. This is so brilliant. Just the chemistry with SG-1 here and the way that they get away with saving the Tolan here is phenomenal. Daniel in this episode, really, really great. Like he's just great.
The mainframe's having a breakdown.
Hello.
Sam's just like, I'm not going to do anything.
Oh, isn't this where Daniel like pretends like he can't hear him? He's like, what?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. He puts
there it
his.
is.
Yeah,
There
there we
it
go.
Like, excuse me?
It doesn't. I mean, he could still get He could still punish him.
Yeah,
He could.
but
he
he's the
can't just
world
do whatever
expert
he
on
wants.
this
Right,
stuff,
exactly.
so you know. I like he's not even looking. He's like, I don't care. Excuse me. Yeah.
So why
Suck
were the
it, Mabel.
chevrons being encoded?
Because
don't
it's
get
like that.
encode-
It's like there, but for the grace of God, where it was
Yeah.
encoded from that end, I guess. Which is always a weird thing. The gate dialing's always been a sus thing that I try to ignore sometimes, because it's not always.
Hi,
consistent.
liar.
There her is.
Ah, the Mongol guy did forcibly kiss Sam in Emancipation. This is her third kiss.
Oh, true.
Both the previous ones were not her choice, technically.
Fair
Oh
point.
dear. Oh, Mayborn, you're a big softy in the end.
Oh,
Calm down. We know what you really
anything.
are. that warms my heart that she singles Daniel out as like the special one. It's what like all the other races who believe in peace do. They always single Daniel out as the one who will actually be willing to change and adapt. That's why Oma chose him later.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Noreen was right.
Yeah. There you go, Mark. Eat your words.
Yeah. He's a big enough man to know when he's wrong.
Yeah, I really like that. And he patted him on the shoulder, which is really
quite
sweet.
a fatherly sort of touch on the shoulder.
Well, he says, later on when Noreen talks about it, he said, he really appreciated what you guys did. So
yeah.
He was wrong.
Oh, this scene is so cool.
So Schrodinger doesn't seem to have an aversion to water like most.
Evidently not. And I love how Laia just
think about that.
Turns the Stargate. That is such a cool
like
effect.
what?
That is awesome.
Yep. We've seen advanced
Look,
civilizations.
there's no other.
Whoa.
Yeah, no other civilization can do that.
Look at that.
Cassandra does it in 1969.
True, she does.
Yeah. So.
Fire at what, bro? Chill out. Oh, look at that. Suck it. Goodbye, loser. Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, me too, Jack.
Those people.
Raywood said, Mayborn, say goodbye to your little friends.
No kawoosh. No.
Yeah, no, not this
time. There are other ways of
the
activating
Nox didn't need
the gate. Yeah, when Cassandra did it, she did it it was the exact same.
It's
way.
funny when the gate activates, right? They could have just, Atlantis has a little shield on it.
Right.
I feel like the kawoosh is just invented because the ancients wanted to do everything big. As Daniel says in season 8, Atlantis season 1.
He's not a happy camper.
I love this little chat.
We don't often have 4 of them in a frame this tight.
No, it's really cute.
It's a very good shot.
Mm-hmm.
They're very young. Do not always do as they're told. Look, they're just sitting there all really happy with themselves. And I love that there was just a quiet moment afterwards where they just quoted the Nox.
Mm-hmm.
And what a sweet and nice way to do that. Yeah. That was really cute.
Lovely episode. This is a great show that shows the promise of what's to come.
Yeah. So it's a shame all the stuff that goes down with the Tolan later, but
Mm-hmm.
it's Stargate. We races come and go, and and sometimes they don't even go; that we just don't see them again. But they're hopefully living happily ever after on their own little worlds. So, like the people of the land of the light, I hope they are living their best lives.
They continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really like that episode. I don't love it, but it's a really good one. And
I think it's
it starts out really
solid
cool.
episode.
And yeah, it has a lot of contributions and kind of teaches you a lot and reminds you where Earth's place in the galaxy and like how new we are. And I love that.
Reminds us of
really
our
good.
place in the in the greater
Really like
universe.
it.
Enigma,
Really good episode.
everyone. All right.
What a good time.
Great time, everybody. All right.
Well, we need to
I'm trying to think about how I'm going to rate this.
Yeah, we need to discuss chevrons, guys.
5.
Yeah, I was going to go 6 because
What is going on?
Yeah, I know. I very much like this episode.
Yeah.
And
Diatas is 5. Mama Knox is also 6 with you. Going
oh my
on to
goodness,
7.
guys.
Yeah,
it's really
I like
nice.
this episode.
Nicole?
Mine is a 3.
What?
Really?
Sorry.
Why?
Sorry, guys. No hate. You know what? I don't really like. It just never really hit me too hard. The Nox was an episode that I never loved, but I really always appreciated it. It's an episode where I appreciate and respect it, but it wasn't that exciting. It was just a lot of facts and things, and it's just I don't know. There are other episodes where I was more engaged that kind of tell a similar tale about their youngness. I preferred the Nox to this for sure. I find the Tolans pretty, and every time I see the Tolans, I'm always like,
You think they're a bit
I like
bland?
them. They're very bland. They're not very exciting for me. And the fact is also one other episode they have is the court one. I don't like court episodes. And then the other one is I'm sorry. And then the other one
It's
is
such
very,
a good episode.
Pretense was my favorite for a long time.
I enjoy it a lot, and I love it because I love Alexis. But again, the Tolan just like, and Shades of Grey was very, and then the last time we see them, it's like again, it's like, it's all right. It's all right. I've just never really, the Tolan episodes are never going to be more than a like 5 out of 10, so like a 3-ish out of 7, really.
Okay,
that's
fair.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're
Although
wrong,
seeing the
but that's
Tolan
fair.
Homeworld in Canada when we went to go see the Tolan Homeworld there, that was amazing. I loved it. It was
so
fantastic.
Cool.
But
I know.
I'm sorry, guys.
Fantastic, beautiful university.
The Tolans are not my thing, but the Unas, I'm excited about them. I like the primitive races more, I think.
Really?
I'm more hyped about them. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Unas fan.
Yeah, I'm excited to get around to those.
But we'll get there. We will get there.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, but I'm different.
That's okay.
So like,
that's why I bring all of you together.
Yeah.
Be really
I was
going to
say, so
Go ahead.
A lot of, as I said before, a lot of the fandom are sort of divided as to whether Nareem is like romantic or creepy.
Yeah.
But I have to say that like he might be a little bit intense, but at least he didn't proposition Sam with some marriage cake.
Oh, let's bring him back, brief candle, Yvie. Let's not do this.
You ate the marriage cake, though.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Yeah. No, you know what? Yeah. Whatever. Nareem's okay.
Also, Nicole, Jean Deotta Smith, fish, lizards. Someone has a type.
Oh no!
You have a reputation.
My friend and I were talking in the car yesterday, and she said she's into dragons, and I was like, yeah, I could be too, girl. And I was like, wait, are we like D&D furries? Is that what we are technically? Because like we're into like the fishmen and the dragon men. They've got to have scales to be like
I was
hot.
gonna say, she doesn't go for the hair, she didn't go for the eyes, she goes for the scales.
The scales and the
gills.
tails.
And the gills.
Yeah. the Na'vi from Avatar are like, they were tails.
No.
Oh, no. Girl.
Oh no. Oh,
Right.
guys, I'm sorry. Also, Mama Knox said, how can you not totally adore the Knox? I thought we were friends, Nicole. I know.
The Knox are wonderful.
I do love the Knox. I just, I don't see them enough. So.
Urple Homo,
Yeah.
3 chevrons. I agree with Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Wood, sometimes I like it better the 2nd or 3rd or 15th time I watch.
I love the jump by 12. That's good.
The way in which you watch can influence, your perception of the show too. So the
I
amount of
actually
information that you're given and
this
who you're
episode
with.
before I ever saw the Knox. So I remember us being like, who the F are these people?
Yes.
I was like, what the hell's going on? But I was excited to go back and watch the Knox and discover it. So
Yeah, the first time I saw the Tolan is when Nareem followed Schrodinger through the gate. And and Jack said cat. And I was like, why did he say that? Did he have a thing with did he have an issue with the cat in this episode? And then I watched this episode and there's
can I just say
nothing
something
about that.
very important? Jed Ted just said Thane in Mass Effect 2. He's the hot fish man I romance in Mass Effect 2. Jed Ted gets it. Jed Ted gets it. I always romance him. He calls me Siha, which is like my love. So like
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
You do you.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Yeah, what the yuck my yum.
I've not heard of that one either.
I've never heard that. That's really good.
Really?
So.
You guys have never seen Stuff You Should Know or listen to Stuff You Should Know? It's a podcast.
No.
Okay, you have to listen to Stuff You Should Know.
Apparently it's stuff
like
I should know. So I'm gonna
it's like the very first podcast, and it's been going on for like, I don't know, like 15 years.
Wow.
And it's American. The 2 hosts are amazing.
Wow.
They're really
okay.
cool. Do it. It's on iHeartRadio.
Okay. Solitudes.
Yes.
I'm
The Sam and Jack shippers are about to have a party. So
2/3 of this group.
you guys ready
I was
for
gonna say,
it?
David, I think you ship it, but in a different way. Yes.
I hate being like putting myself in a box. I'm a jerk Sam shipper. It's a part.
I think you're on board.
It's a part of the series.
Yeah.
I mean, do I think that they should be
appreciate you
together?
saying
I
that.
would like them to be together at the end of the run, but not during the show. That's not how it works.
No,
I agree.
agree with you.
No,
I
no,
agree
we
with you.
agree. We agree, David. Don't you worry. We just, fan fiction.
I didn't want them to. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want them to be breaking any rules. In fact, the fan fiction that I usually prefer is when they get together after Jack retires.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, whoop whoop.
Very good. All right, gang.
All right.
Ready for Solitudes?
Let's do it.
Yep, totally ready.
Okay. All right. And we are going to commence with Solitudes in 5, 4, 3. My name is David Reed. I'm with Yvie Cahill.
Hello.
And Nicole Rodriguez Galdo.
Hello, I'm so excited.
We are watching Wormhole. We're watching Solitudes on Wormhole Extremists.
This is the episode where the Stargate's CGI is goddamn amazing. Like, this is the one that I'm always talking about. The ripples are so HD. And the way that it shows Daniel and Teal'c being flung is like maybe the most realistic Stargate visual effects they've done so far.
They just received an IDC before.
I know, I hate that. It annoys me every time. See, look, this is poor, right? But when it zooms in and you see them close up being thrown, it looks incredible. Like, really look at that. Look at it.
Apparently, if you watch this scene in slow motion, you can see a split second of the green screen.
Oh, wow.
No, Yvie, no, don't ruin it. It's so perfect.
Whoa, the capacitors.
The drama. Yes.
Wow. Action
what happens when you dial your own phone number?
You get a busy
signal.
signal.
I learned that. After this episode, I actually went and dialed my own house number.
You never tried
just to try?
Yeah, I was 5. Why would I try?
Because you're 5.
I went Stargate. Stargate told me that it wouldn't work anyway, so there's no danger in dialing it. So.
Oh goodness.
Oh, the anguish on his face.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Here we go. Martin Wood's first episode as director.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and director.
Yeah, first fully fledged director, and it's his first of. It's like, is it 77 or 79 episodes?
I couldn't
like
really
that.
Get. I keep forgetting the count.
The right number. And also he has my eternal gratitude for being the first person to start promoting the Salmon Jack ship.
I want to say, do you see that shot where we saw the holes through the ice on the other side of the gate?
Yes.
Yes. Always bothers me.
I have comments on this. So like, was there sort of like a double kawoosh, like a rear facing kawoosh, like the original movie? Do you think
there was a funnel? But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I'd assume it was just going the wrong way. It's just a cool effect, yeah.
Just some kind of compression when the gate goes the other way. I don't know. So,
Raj Luthra asked, when the timer is shown on screen, is that when David, Nicole, and Yvie start watching? Yes, it is.
The timer so that you can maintain with
it's for the episode, yes. We start at 0 on the timer so you can stay in sync.
Lockwatcher, they broke the giant mop squeegees holding up the gate. That is precisely what those are. That is correct. And I
didn't know that. That's amazing.
That's really cool, David.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is Dan Shea's first appearance as
Sergeant It is Siler.
Woo! Yeah.
His first appearance as Siler. He's been part of the production since the beginning.
Does the giant wrench
not this episode?
No,
not for a while.
Yeah.
I like it in this episode. You see him in really military uniform. He's looking very handsome in that. And then throughout the rest of the show, you see him with his nerdy glasses and his. I have nerdy glasses, so I have nerdy glasses, and his big Air Force blues. And it's just it's weird. They changed it.
They thought he looked a little bit too similar to RDA, being that he's RDA's stunt double
and a little too cool.
Yeah, so they changed his appearance a little bit. Yeah. I actually just assumed that he kind of fell into the role of Siler, but apparently he had to do 2 auditions because he didn't take the first one seriously enough, so he had to do it again.
Yep.
I like this episode because it's just such a simple episode with so many repercussions. Even into Stargate Continuum, they're still bringing up the fact that there's a second gate.
Correct.
And it continues forever.
I was going to say, this is obviously the first appearance of the Antarctica gate, but it will become the primary gate after season 3 episode Nemesis.
Yep.
And then later be destroyed in an Anubis attack in season 8, but then it reappears in the Mobius alternative timeline.
That's correct.
Yeah. I also like the fact that this is the first episode where technology is being found in Antarctica that belongs to the ancients, and that's the ancient outpost isn't far from where the gate is and where Atlantis used to be. So it's whoa, it's really cool the fact that this is the beginning of all these little plot threads. It's so exciting.
Correct. This really Stargate may have been in Atlantis.
Yeah,
they removed it and left it here.
That's true.
You know, because this is the Stargate for this planet. So
Yeah. So, am I right in saying that they actually froze the set to make it look like Antarctica?
Yep.
That's so cool.
They
Literally so cool.
set, so they're actually cold when they're cold.
Because, like, yeah, I think Martin Wood said that he actually did want Amanda to be able to slide down some actual ice, and he wanted the fog from their breath to look more authentic.
Yep.
I remember I used to watch behind the scenes stuff to just like, because I wanted to learn more about Stargate. And I remember I was watching the Lost City behind the scenes that Martin Wood was doing. And he went on about Solitudes for a while and that. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm learning so many fun facts. And that's where I learned a lot about this episode from that. So.
Apparently, when this episode originally aired on TV, the TV guide description gave away the fact that Carter and O'Neill were stranded at another location on Earth.
Yeah, I think I said this a while back. It's so upsetting.
No.
Like, imagine that. I had that.
Spoiler.
I remember when I looked at the DVDs and I looked at the back a bit, and I kind of didn't pay attention to what I was reading. And thank God, because it properly ruins
the
it.
DVD
on the back
ruins
of the
it
box.
too.
Yeah, I have a DVD somewhere that has it.
Now, did TV Guide ruin it when it first aired on Showtime?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, what a crying shame.
I know. What a fantastic twist.
You've got to wait like 3/4 of the episode to figure that bit out, and they've just, given it away at the very beginning. Just, it's not fair for the viewer.
I was watching the first episode, Children of the Gods, the movie, and then Children of the Gods with my friend's boyfriend because he'd never seen Stargate. And then, now this guy, I love him so much. He, but he doesn't always think about like crazy like theories. He doesn't dive too deep into that stuff. But then he turns around and says to me, what happens if they dial their own Stargate address? And I was like, dude. And I was like, oh my God, look, let's get to the end of season 1 and you'll see.
Yeah. So Hammond's comment to Sila that he'll give them half the time that he requested to fix the gate is apparently a subtle Star Trek reference.
Correct.
Because Captain Kirk would always tell Scotty he only had half the time that he originally estimated.
Yeah.
I'll give you half that. No, sir. 24 hours is the best I can do.
Becca said I'm watching on DVD and she looked at my case and no spoiler on mine. Nice. I don't remember what DVD I had. It's not one of the ones that I have now.
You've got several, haven't you?
I've got so many things. Yeah, I've got some old ones that are like in the bin now. So
isn't the DHD frozen up there?
Yeah, it's literally up there.
Okay.
Where they're leaning. I like this episode because you don't get Sam and Jack alone a lot. Like the few times it's happened, that it was Children of the Gods and then Broker divided them making out and then some awkwardness and like Cold Lazarus, and it's just like they have great chemistry. I miss
they
seeing
really
it.
do.
It's nice to see them getting to know each other because Daniel's kind of getting to know everybody.
Correct.
But everyone else is still learning to adapt.
Well,
maybe
Daniel's
because they've
got like
that
an extra
mindset.
year or so on ahead of everyone else. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
but Daniel also
Jack
easily
before.
just opens up to everybody, while everyone else is a bit more closed off. So.
Well, I mean, there's that whole chain of command thing, so she probably just doesn't know how much she can disclose to him and how much he can disclose to her without it being like inappropriate. Oh, so awkward. You just imagine how
I'm
much
glad I'm
pain
watching it on mute.
You're deliberately putting him through.
And let me tell you something. Yeah, that if your chute opens late, if you come down too hard, man, oh man. I have not done it. I intend to this year.
Oh, yeah, you have to do it this year.
Yep. I'm 40.
Oh, Becca said she has an original chunky UK box set with loads of mistakes on it.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got a box set that has a bunch of typos on it as well. It's really upsetting.
You would have thought they'd have someone official check that over.
There's some laziness with the DVDs where literally, I don't know what happened, but it's like they just didn't care. It's kind of like when they did that collection, David, that you and Darren ran through, where on the front of it had the Stargate with only 8 chevrons.
That's correct.
Instead of the 9.
If you go to Google right now, and I'll bring this up in a little bit here. So another Sarah connection.
Yeah. You had her on the other day. She was lovely.
She was wonderful.
I really enjoyed that interview.
Thank you.
It was fantastic. I felt like she was almost like a kindred spirit when she was talking about
Well, she was a fan.
her writing. Yeah, writing. And I was like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. She's going to
Not
go
that I
and
do
watch
any
the show
serious
now,
writing,
and then
but
we're going to
still.
have her back on. So
Yes.
I like that they're like, oh, drinking water, but we're surrounded by ice. It's like, yeah, convenient. Hopefully there are no parasites in the ice.
Oh gosh, that's true.
Yeah. Jack's usually the kind of like we're screwed guy, so it's really nice watching him be the hey, we'll be okay guy.
Well, he's
you
watching
Well,
her reactions.
he has to be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's nice.
So
He needs to
Yeah,
keep
because
the-
she's got to be the one to get them out of there. So
Yeah, exactly. He's relying on her, so she needs to be, you know, in a decent mental state.
correct. Yeah, you have to know where you need to push your people.
Oh, I love that. Dance some godforsaken block of ice and million light years from home, mate. You don't know.
My butt's freezing, so get me up off of this.
Oh god, I've never broken a bone. I can't
haven't
imagine how
either.
awful it would be. I've dislocated a shoulder, but I haven't
Oh my
broken a
goodness.
bone.
I've never broken like my baby toe, which doesn't really count. I've sprained a lot of things, but that's about it.
Maybe a fireplace in the corner.
Or maybe your dream home one
Just
day as a
like
couple,
home.
Yeah.
Jack.
Yes.
The fan fiction writes itself.
Literally now with
Yvie, get on
ChatGPT. There's a face to wake up to.
I was gonna say he looks real grumpy.
Oh, it's his face of concern. Oh.
I love I love watching new people watch this episode because watching their faces go, wait, what? At the end is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember being completely thrown when they told you about the little twist towards the
It
end.
was a great twist. I saw
It's
it
a great
twist.
and it was like, this is so cool.
Well, a lot of people on Reddit sort of commented that it was quite a gutsy move for them to reveal something as big as a second gate so early in the series.
Yeah, I'm happy they
but,
did though. It worked out.
Yeah, well, like it has so many repercussions moving forward.
It
so
enables
I think
other
it's
Earth
perfect
stories,
time.
right?
Exactly.
The Rogan ID obviously
And it
started
can
taking
also kind
advantage
of
of it.
take
Yeah.
the world further and further away from the origins of the gate, even though you do see a serpent guard's hand here. But I'm assuming that maybe a similar thing happened where he got shot off out here and didn't know what to do.
Yeah, possibly.
Because you see his hand on the DHD here, but this is the Antarctic gate that the ancients left there. So it's like,
Yeah.
what?
So
I like to try and
obviously-
make up my own sense to make it add up.
So obviously this is the part where they had the famous outtake.
MacGyver,
where
McGadget,
Jack,
McKinley,
yeah,
Mr. Useless.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, apparently that was orchestrated by Amanda, but she did get permission from Martin Wood, the director, first.
And apparently they saw this in the dailies and said, yeah, no, we're not going to do any more of these. We're not going to waste any more tape, which is why we never really see them again.
Yeah, I meant
Stargate didn't really have bloopers.
fair enough, I guess.
I mean,
they're
it
on
did
the
have
clock.
but no, that was a gag, and they didn't.
Yeah,
really, they
no.
continued, to have bloopers, obviously, but not.
Well, actually, I watched a
planned.
thing in Atlantis where they talked about their bloopers, and they were like, the actors are actually mostly professional, so we don't really have too many.
Well, you're
bloopers.
just wasting everybody's time, I guess.
I've been on set with them when they're trying to go through dialogue, especially Amanda and David, and they get stuck and they have to restart, and you've got 100 people waiting on you to get it right. It's not laughing and giggling. It's tense, and the actors are frustrated. So especially when it's later at night, when they were there working, and they've got to get the material out.
Yeah, they've got families and to go home to and stuff. I like all her options, and none of them are this one. It's so cool. Just watching them just not know.
Yeah, but where are they going to send them to?
Correct.
Yeah, not here. They can't.
Yeah.
They don't know where they are.
We don't even know where we are.
Yeah.
Trying to be optimistic.
Let's stop being glass half empty today, Sam. Jack's really trying to be half full.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think too much.
Oh, Sam.
I recently watched this episode actually just in my spare time because I enjoy watching it. And my friend was with me, and I remember she doesn't like watch it, but if I'm watching it, she'll like look and engage a bit. And she literally was like, "What is going on? Like what?" And I'm like, "Well, why don't you try and figure it out?" And she literally sat there just so confused. And then suddenly at some point she was like, "Wait, are they on Earth?" I was like, "Yo, just figure it out."
So
Reached every conclusion and realized, yeah, no, it must be that.
Apparently the gate that they're dialing isn't actually P4A771. It's Abydos.
Yep, it's stock footage from the movie.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is a really fun one. I really hope that, like, you know, if I have kids one day, I can show them this and I hope they get really excited and discover stuff for the first time like me when I was a kid. Man, Yvie, I would have loved if you weren't a Stargate fan and I met you somehow and I got to sit there and watch your face. That'd have been nice.
Castleman. Yeah, see, the address I would have think would be pretty obvious. You'd want to have, you know, a different one for every show.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised that they just, let's just use stock footage. It's okay. No one will notice the address.
Oh God, they're doing the thing with the where it moves across. My goodness.
And it's not a Kleenex box. And they never establish who these are, if they're Jaffa. I don't think
you assume it's Jaffa because of the blasts that come at them out, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's like, whose planet was this? What were they doing here?
I like to think that they were like rogue Jaffa or something who had like gone against the Goa'uld.
Oh, that'd be nice.
You know, this is not a planet you want to go back to.
No.
Yeah. So they were dialing out. So that blast wasn't really a threat, though, was it?
Correct.
No, he definitely panicked for like kind of no reason there, but
yeah. I guess it's just instinct.
Yeah.
So apparently this sterno that they use, this jellied, denatured alcohol to heat up the rations, hasn't been used in several decades by the military.
Oh wow.
Oh. Whoa. Look at that fun fact.
It's one of my goals when we all get back together to share some MREs together.
I've never had any. I've always wanted to have some.
Nor have I, but yeah, you watch that, don't you, Nicole? The
yes, I love watching her eat those things.
Yeah.
Melted ice is to die for.
You'll eat so many cool things that I've never had, and I'm always like, ooh.
Lockwatcher says Dan Shea was probably in quite a few episodes before this, just not Siler. Yeah, he was one of the Jaffa in Children of the Gods that Teal shot. So.
Jed Ted mentioned that David Hewlett is watching Stargate Atlantis with his son Baz, and apparently it gives you that kind of feeling of excitement because, you know, the kid hasn't seen Stargate before. That's nice. Dan Ben said, I believe they were humanoid or alien, but just had a collection of staff weapons. That's a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Sam's just rambling on about stuff and Jack's just like, can't be asked.
She needs a soundboard. Yeah, she needs a soundboard.
He's not telling her to shut up or anything. He's just
he
really
knows
there.
that she needs to talk it out.
Yep. Well, we have to know how it worked.
Yeah, we need to know what things to eliminate.
Yeah, they need to establish a story for us as well. Otherwise, no point.
Here's the first hint. Relatively close to Earth.
It's funny that Sam stuck out here. It always reminds me of that thing that McKay said being in Atlantis when he's sinking in the puddle jumper. He's like, I should be the guy up there saving the poor bastard down here, not the poor bastard down here stuck. And I was like, I wonder if Sam was like, I don't think Sam would have figured it out in this situation. Well, actually, maybe she would have come to the conclusion Daniel did at the exact same moment because it's so unfathomable that there's a second gate, you know? Like, well, what made you think that? Nothing.
Yeah. The other one was lost.
Yeah. I like these two have to be the brains of this while Sam's away.
Doing the
Still
best they
making
can.
Daniel uncomfortable with that. Millions of gates. Like, shh, let's not talk about that. Let there be hope.
That's correct. That's a shot. That's cool. Transition.
Yeah, it's so
That is very
beautiful.
awesome.
Martin's so good.
Martin's done some of my favorite episodes of Stargate.
Oh, agreed.
And so's Peter DeLuise. They're like, it's why they're just so, respected and revered in the Stargate community.
Yep.
They're just so damn good.
I think there's only, from memory, there's only like 4 directors that have done like 3/4 of the, directed 3/4 of the Stargate episodes.
Jaffa.
See, there's the Serpent Guard. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, how did that guy get stuck there? I want to know. I would love a little like comic book on like what happened to the Jafar down there and how they got there. I'd totally read that.
There might be.
It's
There's
called The
quite
Drift.
a few.
The book is Diana Drew Botsford. And
I'm sorry. Is there actually?
yes, it's called The
What?
Drift. Yeah, Diana Drew Botsford wrote The Drift, and it explains who that guard is. And,
Right. Right.
Nicole,
Adding it to my,
you're
to
into
my
your
Goodreads.
books.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm reading that. Thank you for that. Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Why is Sila the guy they're going to for this question? Aren't there like other nerds?
Well, they're still trying to figure out what Siler.
Well, he's
what
a
Siler's role is at
technician,
this
so
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a technician, so he'd have some pretty good knowledge on how the gate works.
I just think about like season 6 where they have like 20 scientists in one room around the table. They're really short-staffed at this point.
Daniel's working it.
Mm.
They're injured or they're dead. And because it's ancient, the buttons will not be frozen.
Sure. Is that actually a thing, or are you just like?
I mean, they've got to work. So
yeah,
if it has enough power.
Raj Luther said they say or show which Gould the Javar followed. No, I don't think they specified.
Well, he said Serpent Guard. So,
Blood.
Yep. So, I mean,
That's never good.
Has he cracked like a rib?
I'd say so.
Yeah,
yeah. So I know there's like there's a lot of questioning in the fandom about why Carter doesn't try another planet, like doesn't try dialing another planet.
Well, isn't it that the other gate supersedes this one?
Only when it's running.
Well, I actually saw a really good explanation, and I'm kind of buying into it. Basically, the person said it was actually a Reddit comment that the Antarctica Gate had long been out of commission, and buried. That it hadn't had a correlative update to
Yo, what a fantastic answer.
Even if Carter tried another gate,
wow,
she wouldn't be able to get a lock. And the two closest planets to Earth that might have worked without the update would be Abydos, which has been reburied at this time, and also Ernest's planet, and the gate's probably been destroyed. So I was like, I'm buying into that.
Me too.
Imagine, unfreezing your laptop, and opening it up and it telling you, okay, great, you found me, but in order for me to work, you have to update my firmware. I mean, that's really what we're dealing with here. So that's very reasonable. So otherwise, the gate with the DHD is the prominence working gate.
It is usually, isn't it? So the other one in that they had in Egypt was just the one superseding this one. Yeah. I'm guessing because of that reasoning.
Lockwatcher. If Sam digs a little deeper, she can thaw out Ayana and cure Jack.
Good point.
And then they'll all get sick and die.
Oh dear. That was a fantastic joke. Oh my God, that was good. I love these little inside jokes that we can all make as fans that, like, if other people witness this, they'd be like, what are you on about? It's nice.
Yeah.
I love that she appeared in the first episode of Atlantis for like 5 seconds as being left behind in the ancient outpost. I think that was cool. Ted said, Windows updates. Yeah.
That's right. Restart again and again.
The DHD is still running Windows 2003.
Ray Woods, the DHDs update working. Only when they establish a connection to another gate. No, the DHDs periodically talk to one another.
Yeah. However, if the DHD in Egypt is the one that's doing, then it's only going to talk to that one, isn't it? Right. So it's behind on its updates.
I mean, here's the thing: if you lose a computer, you know, and it's a part of a network, that you're gonna, and you get another computer. You're going to, if you're as advanced as the ancients are, you're going to cut off the original computer's connections to that network. So I don't see this DHD getting a correlative update or it ever working really again properly until they get it, you know, unburied and fully powered.
Yes.
So.
I will say that this moment is really nice and like, you know, it's like, oh, shipping, you know. I kind of would have liked to see the scene if it was like Jack and Teal'c having to spoon on the ice. It would have been really interesting.
Well, you got to do whatever you have to. To survive.
Yeah. Here we kind of see it like in a romantic almost way at times, you know, because we ship it and they've got great chemistry. So I can't imagine Teal'c spooning Jack and then it being like, "It's my sidearm, I swear." Teal'c being like, "No, I like you, but not like that," you know. Yeah. Oh my god. It's so good.
Oh, the giggling.
It hurts, yeah.
I like this episode because it kind of forces proximity between them and forces them to kind of get to know each other a bit more. And it helps with the chemistry that SG-1 builds over time, you know? Like by season 4, I feel like they're really on it. They're so perfectly compatible.
I'd regret dying. Yeah.
I'd regret that too.
This is a slower episode, Nicole. You were saying, you know, the slower episodes are not rated as highly.
This is the only slow episode where I'm like all for it because the plot.
It's the intrigue.
So phenomenal.
Yeah, it's the intrigue.
The slow episodes have to have some intrigue in order for me to care, as much. And so this is one that just like, you know, I remember I was like racking my brains.
See that? Nice. Did you see that on the glass? Did you see that knob underneath the glass?
Is that to like move it?
That's so that they can pivot the glass from side to side while it's held in place in the center, so that the cameras are not reflected in the shots.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I've seen the gate. Sometimes you see the glass. Yeah. You can tell that it's been angled sideways, so you can't see the cameras.
That's
and I'm
exactly
like, oh, there it is. So
great little trick.
Because you're already home, Sam.
They're using the radios. She's 15 feet away. That's funny.
Lockwatcher says the ADHDs are running on Windows XP. No Probably. More ancient support. Oh god. Let's run on dial-up. Let's go with that one. That's even worse.
You're bleeding internally. Yeah.
Aww.
Nah, it's fine.
What's the bad news?
I don't know how much this episode cost compared to other episodes, but this is just such a great one because they're literally just on the SGC and then in this one room for the entire episode, and it is phenomenal. And it's like less is more with Stargate a lot of the time, and it's great. Their writing really like does so well when they limit themselves. I love it.
This is a Brad Wright episode.
He
knows what he's doing.
He puts two people in a room and it's fireworks.
Yeah. Those are often my favorites.
These two. So.
Yeah. It's why the Atlantis episodes where they quarantine are my favorites because they always get paired up. Oh, poor thing. Yeah.
And she's probably not well either.
No. I can really feel her frustration. It's really sad. This episode, the thing is, we know they're not going to die. We know they're home, but like you still really feel, the struggle. I just want to say right now, though, if they really wanted to raise that body temperature, winky, winky, let's go.
I don't know. That might kill him. I mean, he's bleeding internally.
Make it work. I can make it work. Oof.
So for Carter's close-ups of the snowy plateau of Antarctica, Amanda and a second unit film crew actually shot her scenes at the Pemberton ice fields in the Coast Mountains of British Columbia.
Correct.
Man,
which is very cool.
Ray
and
Wood
do you notice they
just
used stock footage?
Yeah, always. Ray Wood said if it happened nowadays, it would probably be thawed out. Lol, global warming, guys.
So they just use stock footage of Children of the Gods because you can see the boxes covered in the tarpaulin.
That is
behind the
episodes.
gate.
I think we see that at least like one every few episodes. We see the ones with the tarp covered. It's really triggering. Every time I see it, I'm like, make new stock footage.
Right.
Cut the boxes out.
My issue is with Cheyenne Mountain itself. It's never snowing there. It's like, I'm sorry, but more than half the year, there's a chance for it to be under snow.
They should have really filmed it around the time of snow. The thing is with Stargate is you never really see them exploring holidays. Like you never see like Halloween or Christmas really come around until like unending. That's like the one time you see Christmas.
Right. It's meant to be,
it's deliberate.
Outside of any seasons, so you can, watch it anytime and fit it anytime.
Yeah, Stargate isn't all the time.
It's one of the reasons why Stargate is so popular in like a range of different countries is because they don't focus on like specific religious traditions of America because it's more, it makes it way more accessible.
It's really no, you're right. I wow, yeah, good point. They occasionally talk about like the Christianity of America because they're in America, so they're going to talk about it. But yeah, no, I always get thrown off when I watch TV where I watch like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and I see all the Halloween episodes. I like them, but it's not Halloween. It feels a bit off. I'm like, it's not even Halloween.
Here we go.
Or like a Christmas one. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I like the suspense you feel and the music building up, and you're just like, she has to have it now. Like, why isn't it working? Like, she's so done. I feel so bad.
Oh no.
The shaking, guys.
Avalanche.
It's like the movie.
Right.
Oh, look at it.
He's going to put it together.
I love that Daniel was there watching at that exact moment, and then his brain's just firing. Like, he's trying to save his friends, and he's doing a damn good job thinking.
So this gate is responding to the other one. Look at that.
Yeah, what happens when you dial your own phone number? You get a busy signal, bro.
Yeah.
You get like a small seismic tremor.
Oh, I love that. Like, he looks like a crazy person. He's like, whoa, look at the glasses. Chill out. Yeah.
That is your clue.
It looks like, go to bed. Yes!
Ooh.
It's so exciting. The way he says it, you're just like,
it would never occur to anybody that there would be a second Stargate on a planet where there already is one.
Why would there?
Yeah.
It's why it's such good writing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
God,
writing.
It's good.
And it suggests we're like more story.
Yeah. And it adds so much
planting that seed.
And it never occurs to Sam. It occurs to Daniel. But he has to see our Stargate.
Daniel's a bit more outside of the box.
Sam's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Either that or a T-Rex has visited Stargate Command.
Yeah.
Lockwatcher made that point. So.
The series 24 went 8+ years and no one ever used the bathroom. Thanks for that, Lockwatcher.
So even Jack goes to the bathroom at some point.
It's because Ray Wood said we never see a toilet on Was this S Starship either? Was that supposed to be? Is it a Star Trek thing that I'm not realizing?
Yeah, we've never properly seen a toilet on Star Trek. No.
I like that Jack sometimes goes, I need to use the bathroom. And I'm just like,
yes,
oh, yeah, cool,
exactly.
Cool. You know, you're a human. This makes sense. They're not just heroes. You have to go, you know, like 3 days without going to the bathroom on a special ops mission. You got to go sometimes. So
someone made an Enterprise D digital recreation using Unreal, and on the back of the bridge across from the conference room entrance on the left, facing the same direction as the bridge screen, is the lavatory. And you go in there, and there is a toilet, and there are 3 seashells sitting next to the toilet.
Oh,
I approve.
Does anyone get that reference?
Nope.
All right, well, Google it.
I approve of the toilet. Oh, look at this. Oh, Daniel.
Here we go.
Damn.
On Earth?
His brain.
Yep. It wasn't the Goulds, but good thought.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you,
yeah.
Daniel.
Yep.
Get out of here, Gould.
Well, if
I
it
love
was
this is the moment where we
millions of
start
years
to
ago,
realize
where
that.
would it have been?
Yeah. Mac Bolan said, are there even zips on the pants in Star Trek? No idea. Good question.
The Enterprise era ones, yes. And they had
Didn't
pockets.
look like the Tolans had any zips.
Yeah.
I think they had to like unzip their entire outfit in order to go to the loo. How annoying.
Well, as someone who quite frequently wears overalls, it is annoying, yes.
Mac Bolan's conscience answered. Demolition Man. That is correct, Mac Bolan's conscience. Very
nice.
Good.
If we were playing trivia right now for that, you would win something.
They don't use toilet paper in the future. They use 3 seashells.
Raywood said, no toilet on any starship. Hole in the floor that goes into space.
Yeah. There's a lot of Gary in this episode.
There is.
Yeah. The poor comedian. He's got to have such a straight face.
I played a lot of Stargate in my like garden, and I'd always focus first on the latrine and then the supplies. Like I'd always imagine I'm like stuck on another planet somewhere.
Dig a hole.
So I dug a latrine for hours. It was just fun. I want to see how far I could go.
China.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seismic activity. There you go.
This is so good. Nice. Now say the thing.
Some good intel. Nope. Wrong person.
Wrong person.
Wrong person to ask.
Woo!
Dial home.
Yes. God, Daniel's just firing on all cylinders.
Yes.
Look at this man. He knows. He's like, oh man, I wish I had his kind of like out of the box thinking for this. Like he had to go a bit out of the box in order to come up with a good solution.
Yeah, well, seeing as like gate mechanics is not his field of expertise.
That's why it's so brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
He's thinking outside of it. The box.
Yeah, I feel like
outside
Sam
of the gate
may have struggled a bit more because she tends to go outside of the box sometimes, but it's quite hard to push yourself out there, you know?
This is a great shot.
It really is.
I think it would have had more of an effect
so barren.
to the viewer
If we didn't already know.
If we didn't already know it was Earth.
I think we sit here and kind of panic for her a bit. Like we can feel her panic. Like if she didn't know, which she doesn't know, it's like, whoa, this is bad. But we're like, haha, you think it's bad, but it's not.
What a shot. That is so cool.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
Antarctica. To the second.
McMurdo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so excited. Granted, I just love that so much.
It's just barely anything. Go, go, go. It's funny that in Stargate, they walk out of the gate, and because gates are always situated in a pretty central location, they assume that like what they see is what they get for most worlds, like the main popular, the populated area. So she assumes it's an ice planet, and it's like, honey, no. You can't see all the other countries where it's warm.
And Raj, while we were on the subject, they did show us a toilet in Star Trek V in the brig. Yes, that's true.
So. Nice. Important facts. I did not bring up the toilet thing, unless I did. But I'm pretty sure somebody else did.
Yep.
I'm glad. I like these conversations.
You like talking about toilets?
It's important. People go to the loo.
It is true.
It should be recognized.
You notice that the handle behind her on the back of her vest?
Yes.
They can drag you out of the action in a fight. They're designed to drag your allies.
I've seen it a couple times in Stargate where they've pulled on it.
Yep.
I think I remember distinctly seeing Mitchell dragging Vala away from Daniel in season 10 with it, and I was like, oh yeah, there it goes, big handle.
Amanda's performance in this episode,
she's great. She's phenomenal.
Rock solid.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
She's really carrying a lot of this episode, like emotionally. This is being carried by her.
What a tumble. Thank you, stunt performer.
Yeah.
I love that in this moment, she's like, we're screwed. All I can do is just, climb up next to the one person next to me. Yeah. And just seek comfort in the last moments.
He could be dead. Yeah. I mean, we haven't heard from him. So.
Yeah. I think he says like one last thing here.
Cold.
And that's it. Yeah, he says cold, so cold or something.
And he says Sarah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to our little Word document of goofs, apparently in the Hungarian version, he says Sam.
Interesting.
Oh, God.
I love how she says, I'm here, Jack, as if
like in response as she is Sarah.
Right. Yeah.
She's just going along with it because it could be the last words that he hears.
Lockwatcher says, Sam could not solve the problem for once. She is not perfect and feels like she's defeated. Yeah, she's only human, She's always saving the world the rest of the time,
I forgot. She told him that he can sleep now. I forgot that.
It's dark.
She's giving him
really
permission
nice.
to die.
To let go.
It would have been really nice to see them actually have a conversation after this about the events of this, but they don't really talk about it ever again. Like, I think it's briefly alluded to, and then that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, that it happened.
I think Sam pretty much gives up as well because she's like semi-conscious when they
that's why she went down there and just hugged him. She's like, there's nothing I can do. I did the best I could.
I tried everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, team. I love that Hammond hasn't been through the
intro
gate.
footage.
Sam thinks he has. Yeah.
Yeah, and that
intro
he
footage of
himself
Hammond.
goes down there. So
yeah.
And she thinks he's gone through the gate, and he didn't. He just got on a plane.
Apparently, it would have taken them way longer to get to Antarctica than what they kind of insinuate in this episode. But we won't go there.
Was the first one down. So who knows how long they were down there working with them before the team showed up.
Yeah. So. Well, what's that plane that went really fast? They stopped using the Concorde.
Yeah,
Concorde.
We had a couple spare one of those lying around.
Yeah. And the hero shot.
I love this shot. Oh, it's such a good hero shot.
Yeah.
Oh, such a cool shot.
Very cool.
Like, it ends on this wonder and mystery of having this other gate.
Yep.
You're like, whoa, like, wow.
Hell of an episode, folks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've given my last 7 to Torment of Tantalus, didn't I? I think that was the only 7 I've given so far this season.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Not many episodes get a 7. I need to think about this one for a few more minutes. It's great. It's such a good episode. The wonder, the panic, the excitement. It like grabs all your emotions. You're so intrigued and excited. It's such a good one to like to watch with a fresh set of eyes.
Come on back,
like a person
Nicole.
next to you don't know. So, yes, gotta take my camera back on. I'm so excited talking about it.
No, it's good. It's good. We've had a good segue from the episode. So, I give it a 6.
I think I'd give it a 6 as well. Actually, it's a very solid episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think, guys, 7.
Why are you apologizing? It's not like you're going to
7.
run out.
It just feels weird, right? Because I'm quite judgmental with some episodes where I'm like, oh, it's a 3. But this one is like, this is a 7. I know that not much happens, and
I was going to say after you've established that it's so slow. So
yeah,
that's funny.
That was Solitudes, guys.
Yes,
Solitudes.
It's honestly, it's phenomenal. I just love the simplicity of it is so fantastic. Again, I said earlier, my favorite episodes are the solitary ones.
Simple, but it's also really intricate as well.
Yeah.
it's not really that simple.
Well, the
It has so
the
many
characters are complex,
threads.
and what they're dealing, and the specific circumstances complex. Trying to figure out where they are. So
This all leads to some crazy, really cool stuff coming on later. Like this is the beginning of the Chair and Atlantis and the Ancients, and it's like, ooh,
and the NID and all the most of
and
the Earth intrigue happens with this gate. So
yeah,
it's just fuel
the
for
Russians,
the Russians,
I guess. Yeah.
People keep whenever I've been talking to Jeff actually, and when Jeff and I were talking, he was
Jeff
like, "Oh, that second gate."
Ritu Charlie.
Yeah,
everyone.
Jeff Golka, Ritu Charlie, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, that second gate's gonna be a long list of problems will emerge, but all the cool little plot things that happen with that second gate are fun, and the way they get themselves in and out of sticky situations by having that second gate, the writing they managed to do from this. But it just on its own, it's great. I love it. I love the way it makes me feel. I love the level of stress I am. Love the performances and the paired up situation, the isolation. I love Stargate when it's just two people in a room stuck.
That's what makes it work. Was Jeff surprised that it was Antarctica?
Yes, I think he was kind of blown away by it.
Wow.
It was kind of like a whoa, crap. I did not see that coming.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah. And then all the things that happened.
It was a very good twist. It was a very good twist.
And even without the twist, when I watch them learn every time, I get so excited. I'm like, wow, they don't know yet.
Find myself like I was sitting on the edge of my wheelie office chair here, even though I've seen this episode like I don't know, just like an unlimited number of times. It still gets me going. It still gets me like, I still feel the intrigue and the suspense, and it's a very well crafted episode all around.
Episodes where why does the gate behave the way it does? We didn't have like a ton of them after say 38 minutes in Atlantis, because a lot of that stuff was really figured out. These we were just mining it.
They just reiterated it in Atlantis a lot, but
well, I mean, the
SG-1's
gate is basically the fifth member of the team, so
it is.
It's
the
kind
best
of cool
prop
to
in
learn more
history.
about it.
Interesting. Gatekeeper said the English closed captions actually say Sam instead of Sarah. The one that I was watching said Sarah. That's
weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, so did mine.
It's supposed to say Sarah.
Maybe she's watching the Hungarian version.
Yeah, I'm not sure what one she's watching.
He does say Sarah. I know.
So,
I've seen the subtitles on my DVDs.
So Anthony said 6. Strong 6.
Yeah.
Lockwatcher is a 5. Mama Knox is a 4. It reset
because of Sam and Jack chemistry. Yes, Mama Knox.
Yeah, Mac Bolan's Conscience is a 5.
Close to a 6 for Vulnerable Sam. Jen Diata Smith, 1 chevron for introduction of the second gate. Otherwise, it would be a 0. All right, then. There's the standout. Gatekeeper 6. Raj, 6 out of 7. Geekafet Web 6. Jed Ted 7. Ray Wood 6 for the Busy Signal Enlightenment.
1.
Look what you said. Thank goodness the Knox didn't save them. Nicole might give it a 3.
Yeah. Mac Bowen's Conscience 5 for MacGyver. It's
I love that. That's funny.
Exactly.
It's great. I'm so excited. What have we got after this? We've got Tin Man. We've got There But For the Grace of God.
The Grace of God.
Oh my God, that's next week.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Guys.
Yeah. So let's go over to dialthegate.com, everybody.
This is exciting.
So let's do that.
My mind just exploded over the idea of finally getting to There But For the Grace of God. I'm just
go past upcoming shows down to Wormhole Extreme. So we got Tin Man and There Before the Grace of God, February the 5th.
Yes.
Politics and Within the Serpent's Grasp, season finale break, February the 12th. And then the midweek movie, Wednesday, February 15th, we are announcing midweek movie time, because we were going to take a break for a weekend. And I'm like, we got together and like, this is going to take forever if we do this.
We need to speed
just like keep the momentum.
Yes.
Keep
so
the momentum
we're going to have Alien, Ridley Scott's theatrical cut of Alien, Wednesday, February the 15th at 12 p.m. so that we can all watch and see how scared Yvie can get.
Yvie does not do scary.
I've never seen Alien.
Well, then watch it with friends.
Yeah.
So
get some candy.
So
yep.
Get some popcorn.
It should be interesting. I was saying to the guys that I was going to try and make my expletives like Stargate related.
I approve. You know, this is great. This is a great idea.
Oh, holy Hannah!
I'm going to be swearing. I'm going to be needing to. Am I allowed to swear? Because technically
We've
it's like an
talked
18,
on
right?
a rated R show, of course.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Cool.
So,
Cool.
But I mean,
I'll try and
don't-
make some creative ones though.
Yeah,
Like, you know, I don't want to get too.
wait a little bit into the episode so that we're not flagged. So,
Yeah. By the way, we've got Becca who said 6. This came after we talked,
Okay.
and then Erpel Homo.
Oklahoma, yeah.
Interesting name. Yeah, is it was really was a 4. Interesting. And then Jed Ted said Grace of God hype. Grace of God hype. They're but for the Grace of God.
Great
So
show.
excited.
I'm
Great
very
episode.
excited.
I just had a conversation with Jonathan Glassner yesterday about There Before the Grace of God. And he was like, you know, it was so much fun to just go to another universe and go balls to the walls and say,
Yeah.
let's
Everyone's dead.
because our heroes are always going to win. Let's show a situation where they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a little like offshoot. It's one of Amanda's better wigs.
Yes,
It's her best
I
wig, in
agree.
my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one in season 3 doesn't work for me. It
No.
doesn't. The one
No.
in season 1 really works. So-
Agreed. Yeah.
Oh, Raywood said,
agreed.
"How close was this to the Ancients' outpost? Did they ever reference that? I think it's just a relatively like close area.
So
not too
50
far.
miles from McMurdo. How far was Atlantis Outpost? Stargate Omnipedia. Atlantis Outpost.
Oh, we've got some people who said they haven't seen Alien before. Guys, let's
Oh,
have a
we're
good
gonna have a
time
good time
together.
watching
Please
it
join
together.
us. Please join us and watch me have a nervous breakdown.
It's not that scary. That the first Alien is like, you know, a long time has passed, so some of the things haven't really aged too well. So there are a couple moments where something should be scary
Yeah.
where it's not. I will
Well,
say
I
the
know
movie's
about
good
the,
at suspense, and that's it, really, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, the suspense is probably still going to age quite well.
The suspense aged well. It's the other stuff.
Yeah,
that
but I'm aware of the bursting forth scene because that's like
which did not
a
age
pop
well.
culture,
That scene
a pop
is now
culture
funny.
reference.
It's still kind of scary.
It's so cute though. Look at it,
Like
his
a
little
puppet.
mouth. Yeah. I've got a little
Yeah.
toy of it, like
Oh my
upstairs. I think they're
gosh.
adorable.
I got it on
so.
a shirt. So
I've got one busting out of a Care Bear. I'll wear that one for that episode. I've got a Care Bear who's got it busting out of his Care
Yeah.
Bear heart. His Care Bear
I
stare.
have a shirt
Wear
with when they were doing the memory documentary of the Alienverse, so I'm gonna have to wear that too. So
I've got actually 2 Alien shirts. I'll change them throughout the episode. I'll be like, yeah, cut my camera. I'm back. And now I've got this one on.
well, at the
So-
beginning and the end. So and in
Oh,
that
yeah.
at that episode, I want to start off with a season 1 review of our thoughts. Spend 15-20 minutes talking about that
On Stargate, yeah.
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 Yeah, make it relevant.
All right, gang. Very
Sounds
good.
Mum not said
good.
she's
stream.
lying, Evie. I'm not lying. It's not scary. Not to me, anyway.
Anything else
This
before
has
we
been
wrap
great
up
time.
for this one? Good
I'm just really
shows.
happy. We've got some fantastic. The last few
No.
episodes, and then these episodes are all just really. That they may not be like 7s, but they're all so damn good. We're so lucky that
Mhm.
this show.
It ends on a
It's so
high.
good
this
from
season.
season
It really
1.
does.
And I really
Yeah.
appreciate
does.
everyone tuning in. We've
We've got
8
some new people.
We had 21 concurrent viewers at one point, only 12 likes. So I know some of you out there have not clicked your like button. If you want
Yes,
us to
like us,
continue
please.
to grow as an audience, do me a favor. Please click that like button. It really,
Please.
really helps. I know
Yes.
you
And
hear it
find
all
us
the
on
time from all your
Instagram and
YouTube people, but
Twitter.
it's true.
And Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I now
So.
should make memes about the episodes and inside jokes. So on Instagram and Twitter, you'll see them appearing. So please go on and give me some pity likes. I'd love that because I work hard thinking about them. So,
That's
Pity
That's
likes.
funny.
give me some pity likes. And Evie tries to be really punny and funny on Facebook.
Tries to be. Thank you.
So you are very funny. So
She's great.
yeah.
The two of you
Yeah.
together are a riot.
You put a
So-
lot of work into those, Evie. More work than I think I put in. So go give her some more pity likes than me on
Please
Facebook.
do. For
Yeah.
those slightly older people who still use Facebook.
Yes, I don't use it
Absolutely.
very often.
My parents, I can always count on them to my mom gets on her phone and clicks like on all of my Dial the Gate episodes, and my dad gets onto his Roku and the YouTube app and clicks like on all the Dial the Gate episodes.
How
Aw.
cute!
And I'm pretty sure mom still watches on this one too, so I'm sure one of those is hers. All right, gang. We've got next week There But For the Grace of God, and we've got
And Tin Man.
Tin Man, not in that order.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tin
we
Man
will
first.
start on time at 12 p.m. We have Elena Huffman tomorrow on Dial the Gate at
I
11
will be
a.m. Pacific
watching.
time.
Yep.
Really excited to have her. David McNally and Jonathan Glassner the week of February the 4th. The week of February the 11th, we have visual effects supervisor James Tishner and later producer and writer Stargate SG-1, as well as Anna Galvin, who did 3 episodes of Stargate. She was Rhea Varick in what's Cameron's episode where he has his flashbacks. I can remember Rhea Varick, but I can't remember Collateral Damage.
I know exactly.
Collateral
That's
Damage.
it. Yeah.
And then she played the Sakari intelligence in Atlantis's Remnants, and then she played Mrs. Armstrong in SGU.
She did.
That's right.
Oh my god!
Wow.
All the dots.
Yeah. That's gonna be a
my
good.
God.
That's gonna be a good interview.
And then Bonnie Bartlett is returning February the 18th.
I'm excited for that.
To discuss her book, Middle of the Rainbow. If you go to dialthegate.com and you see the Bonnie Bartlett line, you click on Middle of the Rainbow, it will take you to Amazon, to her book, or you can just go to Amazon directly. I recommend you pick it up and read it because we're going to be talking about the book with her. 2-time Emmy Award winner. And maybe we'll come back. Maybe we can get another Linnea story or 2 out of her. So that's what I'm
That would
Love
be
Linnea.
swell.
And today, I just got confirmation that John Delancey is going to be joining us in an upcoming episode of Dial the Gate. So I need,
well done.
So Q himself or Frank
Oh,
Simmons.
that's gonna be
wow.
So I'm really,
He's the villain everyone
really excited
loves.
about that. I
Another
woke up to
detestable character.
that
Who's
email
probably a
coming
nice
through.
guy.
But I know that's the thing. I woke up to that email. I'm like, oh yes, we've got the man.
It's gonna be
himself.
a good day.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a good time. All right, gang. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, and
Thanks,
we'll
everyone.
talk to you real soon. Okay.
All right.
Be well.